Once your farm is open and ready for visits, the next step is to market your farm. You'll need to let the local community know that you're open and willing to host trips, and building links with local schools is very important.
If you're really serious about it, you do have to market yourself, and maybe you have to find somebody who actually has an interest. It might not be the year group that you know about, but it has an interest. Maybe you know a governor, maybe you know a parent. The biggest thing you have to remember is that teachers need a long lead time. They are preparing a long time in advance for their lessons, not just their lessons, but the actual whole curriculum. You really need to give them lots of notice and then help them to think how they can fit it in with whatever their curriculum area is.
There are lots of ways to tell people about what you can offer, and marketing effectively to your local community can take a number of different forms. You should make direct contact with school visits coordinators, but also consider others such as teachers, governors, parents and the parent-teacher associations. If you have a website, think about developing a visit section to promote what you have to offer. You can also send a press release to your local media announcing that you are open for visits and offer to go into schools or clubs to talk about your farm.
Initially it was using people like Face to spread the word that there was a farm open for visits. Beyond that, word of mouth has obviously been quite good because teachers go to conventions and they talk to each other in the staff room and etc, so it works quite well that way. And we have promoted it in leaflets, and we use Twitter and social media, and we've got teachers that follow us. We've got one of the cows that tweets, and she might tweet that, you know, you've had a really interesting school visit and it was nice to see the children today, which was sort of built into the bigger picture.
It's really word of mouth, and then once the teachers come and they've got you as a contact, and you know, obviously must do a reasonable job. You know, they keep coming back with other year groups. Even if it's just a local school that's saying, "Can we come onto the farm?" I'd say, you know, definitely yes. You know, just give it a go. It's only like, you know, perhaps you imagine if you're explaining to perhaps a member of your own family that's not from a farm, you know, that's what it's like. That's all it is. All you're doing, it's easy to do. All you're doing is telling people what you do every day. I mean, that's pretty straightforward, really.
As well as having schools visit and classes visit, I also go into schools. I sometimes take one of my chickens. I still find it is most effective if they come to the farm to get that real experience. But if, for whatever reason, they haven't got the time or inclination, then I do visit. Some schools come back, some schools repeat, some classes come back, some just do a one-off. They normally repeat if they've managed to find a way of fitting in with the curriculum. They'll do a one-off if it's just a sort of pleasant visit, and then they'll forget. But if you can manage to make it fit in with the curriculum, then they can see how they can use it and they will do a repeat visit.
Repeat visits are a great sign that what you offer schools and the local community is valuable and of interest to them. Once a school has completed a trip, try to get as much feedback as you can.
We actually follow it up with an evaluation sheet, so we send them a form, and that came through the CVAS training that we went on. Was that was part of the process, that you should evaluate it. One, it's a great way of recognising the team. If we've done a good job, we can share it with everybody and everybody knows that the kids had a good time. But secondly, it gives the teachers a chance to give us feedback, and therefore we can then improve things. You know, and you're always learning. You know, we might think we've got the formula right this year, but then next year it might change, or the curriculum might change, or health and safety might change.
Invite one class onto the farm, and once you've got that link, you can then expand it. But even if you just had one class onto the farm for one time, once a year, it would still be hugely rewarding, and the teachers would then get a lot from it and they'd be able to benefit hugely from that. So make a link with the local primary school and just have one class onto the farm and just see how it goes.
I found that once you've made a link with a person in the school, as long as that person stays in the school, then you're all right. But you need to make sure you have a personal link. And if you don't have that personal link, or for any reason that is broken, then you need to reopen it and you need to start again. If you're really serious about having visits, it's a constant process of getting teachers to realise that you're there and you have something to offer.
With a bit of marketing, you'll be more successful at attracting visits to your farm. A simple strategy might include contacting schools, offering talks and promoting your farm as a venue. Gathering feedback from visitors helps you improve what you offer and can be a useful marketing tool.